Imagine, if you will, Wanaque, New Jersey, 1966. A small suburban town, quiet and peaceful on an otherwise ordinary midwinter day. The morning sun casts long shadows as the town awakens, its residents stepping into the crisp, cold air, breaths visible in the chill. The rhythm of daily life hums along, coffee brewing, newspapers collected, children bundled up for school. The town's heartbeat is steady and predictable. The folks of Wanaque, going about their routines, have no inkling of the extraordinary events that are about to unfold. Shopkeepers open their doors, teachers prepare their lessons, and patrolman Joseph Sisko starts his shift, unaware that this day will be unlike any other. As the day wears on, there's no hint of the impending spectacle. The town carries on, wrapped in the comfortable familiarity of the everyday. But as the sun began to set, the tranquility of the town was about to be shattered. Patrolman Joseph Sisko was on his usual evening shift when an unusual call came in. It was a report of a strange glowing light near the Wanaque Reservoir. An odd occurrence indeed, but not entirely uncommon. It could have been a rogue campfire or a distant car's headlights. But as the night wore on, this initial sighting would turn out to be far from ordinary. Soon, the police switchboard lit up with calls from neighbouring towns, each reporting the same thing: a glowing object hovering over the reservoir. The descriptions were eerily similar. A pulsating light changing colours from white to red to green. It wasn't just the residents either. Even the officers on duty reported seeing the same unearthly spectacle. Now, it's important to note that Wanaque isn't a town known for flights of fancy. Its residents are hard-working, pragmatic folks. They're not the type to see UFOs in every flicker of light. But there was something about this particular sighting that felt different. It was something they couldn't quite put their finger on, something they couldn't easily dismiss or explain away. The reports kept coming in, each more bewildering than the last. Some claimed the object seemed to be burning a hole in the reservoir's ice. Others swore they saw it land in front of the dam. The chatter was relentless, and curiosity was at an all-time high. People lined the streets, their eyes glued to the sky, their minds buzzing with speculation. Amidst the chaos, Patrolman Sisko and his fellow officers were tasked with managing the situation. They had to keep the roads clear, maintain order, and most importantly, figure out what was going on. It was a tall order for a small-town police department, but they were determined to get to the bottom of it. As the night wore on, the object continued to captivate the town, its movements observed and reported by an ever-growing number of witnesses. What started as a routine call was quickly turning into an event that would define Wanaque's history. Soon, this wasn't just a routine call for Patrolman Sisko. Something inexplicable was hovering over the reservoir. Mayor Harry T. Wolf, along with his councilman and son, were among the early witnesses. As the evening wears on, the town's leading figures find themselves in the midst of the unfolding enigma. Mayor Wolf, a man of sturdy logic and reason, struggles to make sense of the sight before him. The sky above the Wanaque Reservoir is ablaze with an object of pulsating light, shifting its color from white to red to green. The mayor, his councilman, and his young son all stand transfixed by the spectacle. Their expressions are a mix of awe, fear, and disbelief. Word of the sighting spreads like wildfire, drawing more residents to the reservoir's edge. Policemen, teachers, mechanics, homemakers, children, people from all walks of life gather under the night sky, their faces upturned and eyes wide with curiosity and unease. Among the growing crowd, Mayor Wolf stands out, his usually composed demeanor replaced by a sense of bewilderment. His son, clutching his father's hand, looks on with wide-eyed wonder, while the councilmen exchange hushed, anxious whispers. As the object continues its dance in the sky, the crowd swells. The reservoir's police are called in, their blue and red lights adding to the otherworldly tableau. Yet, despite the growing chaos, the object remains, its changing lights casting an eerie glow over the gathered crowd. The mayor, councilmen and residents watch in silent awe as the object moves, seeming to defy the laws of physics. It's a sight that challenges their understanding of the world, a spectacle that transcends the boundaries of their everyday lives. The spectacle finally culminates in the object moving southeast, towards neighbouring areas before disappearing into the darkness. The crowd disperses, each person carrying with them the memory of the night's extraordinary events. The mysterious changing lights left them all bewildered, questioning the nature of what they were witnessing. That night, the lives of Wanaque's residents, including its mayor, were forever changed by a close encounter of the third kind. The situation escalated as the unidentified object seemed to interact with the environment. The object, which had so far been a distant, glowing enigma, started demonstrating an uncanny interest in the Wanaque reservoir. As if commanded by an unseen force, the object hovered over the frozen reservoir, casting an ethereal glow on the icy surface below. Reports started trickling in about an extraordinary event. The object was not just hovering, it was actively engaging with its surroundings. Residents claimed they saw the object burning a hole in the reservoir's ice. Imagine that, a flying saucer on a frigid midwinter night, burning a hole in the ice as if it was a hot summer's day. But the object's activities didn't stop there. As if the icy interaction wasn't enough, it seemingly landed in front of the dam. This was more than just a sighting now. It was an encounter, an interaction, a meeting of two worlds. News of these strange occurrences spread like wildfire, sparking curiosity and fear in equal measure. The town's main arteries clogged up with cars as residents flocked to the reservoir, hoping to catch a glimpse of the spectacle. The quiet suburban town transformed into a bustling hub of activity, its tranquility disrupted by the hum of engines and the murmur of excited chatter. The reservoir police had their hands full. They had to manage the burgeoning crowds, keep the peace, and also deal with the mysterious object that had turned their town upside down. It was a night like no other, a night that would etch itself into the annals of Wanaque's history. As the clock ticked on, the object continued its inexplicable activities. It seemed oblivious to the commotion it had caused, carrying on with its actions as if it was the most natural thing in the world. Meanwhile, the people on the ground could only watch, their eyes wide with awe and fear. The town was now in a state of chaos, curiosity drawing crowds despite the late hour. The object had turned an ordinary day into an extraordinary one, a day that would be remembered and retold for generations to come. As the night wore on, the object continued to captivate the town. It was as if time had paused, the entire town's attention riveted on this unexplainable phenomenon. The object, pulsating with the same hypnotizing hues of white, red and green, began to move. It steadily drifted southeast towards the neighboring towns, its mesmerizing glow illuminating the night sky. The townsfolk watched in awe and uncertainty as the object slowly disappeared into the ink-black darkness. Yet, the spectacle was far from over. The following morning, Patrolman Cisco, along with other early risers, reported continued sightings of the object. It was as if the mysterious visitor was reluctant to leave, its departure as enigmatic as its arrival. The object's presence had been fleeting, yet its impact was profound. As dawn broke, the object was gone, leaving the town under a veil of mystery. A veil that continues to shroud Wanaque, a testament to the unforgettable winter night of 1966. In the light of day, the residents of Wanaque were left with more questions than answers. The echoes of the previous night's extraordinary events hung heavy in the air, leaving a town once familiar now steeped in enigma. The inexplicable sighting had a profound impact on the townsfolk. The very fabric of their reality had been challenged. Conversations were dominated by heated debates and wild conjectures. The local diner, the grocery store, the post office, no place was immune to the fervour that had taken hold. Some residents, like Patrolman Cisco, maintained a pragmatic approach, trying to rationalize the incident as a misidentified aircraft or some atmospheric anomaly. Others, however, were convinced they had witnessed something extraterrestrial, their narratives embellished with each retelling, adding fuel to the growing fire of speculation. Mayor Wolf found himself at the center of the storm. His first-hand account and subsequent public admissions lent credibility to the UFO theory. The mayor's office was besieged with inquiries from local and national press, UFO enthusiasts and even skeptics demanding explanations. Schools saw an increase in UFO-themed projects, and local businesses capitalized on the town's newfound notoriety. Wanaque was thrust into the limelight, and its residents, willing or not, found themselves part of a narrative larger than their small-town existence. The event's impact extended far beyond the town's borders. It sparked a nationwide debate that reached the highest echelons of the government. The sighting was scrutinized, investigated, and debunked by some, while others continued to propagate theories of extraterrestrial visitation. Yet, despite all the investigations and theories, the truth of what occurred that winter night remained elusive. The event became a part of Wanaque's lore, a tale passed down through generations, its mystery deepening with each retelling. The mysterious sightings on that winter night in 1966 left an indelible impression on Wanaque, a mystery that remains unsolved to this day.